Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Kit and I'm the program leader of the MAAP. This is my co-program leader, Dr. Na. Together, we lead a team of applied psychologists who are from the three specializations of counseling, educational, and clinical psychology. Both of us are graduates of the MAAP program. I'm a counseling psychologist, while Dr. Na is an educational psychologist. We are full-time faculty members in NIE and practicing psychologists in the field. We worked in hospitals and schools before we joined NIE as faculty members. I currently practice in clinical, corporate, and school settings, while Dr. Na works in a clinical setting. You have probably heard the recent announcement on the upcoming regulation of applied psychologists from the five specializations of clinical, counseling, educational, forensic, and neuropsychology. This move towards mandatory registration is designed to protect members of the public by ensuring that only qualified practitioners are allowed to practice.
The MAAP program has undergone many changes in the past few years. We have consulted employers about their needs, as well as taken into account feedback from the registration bodies in our restructuring process. The MAAP program is taught by practicing psychologists trained in the US, UK, Australia, and Singapore, while all SRP registered psychologists and approved supervisors. The NIE faculty teaching the MAAP program have PhDs, while part-time instructors and clinical supervisors have either master or doctoral degrees. In terms of admission criteria, applicants should preferably have good bachelor degrees in psychology and at least 2 years of relevant work experience. Applicants for the counseling and clinical psychology specializations will also need to show proof of basic counseling skills training, either from an undergraduate course, external training, or on-the-job training. Most jobs that require counseling skills will provide this training as well. Applicant can also take a skill future course in basic counseling skills. Relevant work experience for the counseling and clinical psychology tracks include social work, youth work, or counseling work with at-risk or vulnerable populations. Education psychology applicants should have teaching or educational assessment or and therapy experience with children and adolescents with special education needs. Please note that individuals are admitted on a purely competitive basis, and the majority of successful applicants have at least a second upper honors in psychology. Please also note that we do not allow transfer between specializations. This is because the admission requirements and processes for each specializations are completely different.
NIE's MAP is the most established and the first professional applied psychology program with a practicum component in Singapore. We have been offering the counseling and educational psychology specializations since 1997, and to date, we have produced over 500 psychologists for Singapore. Many of our alumni are leading psychologists in the field today. From January 2027, we will start offering clinical psychology as our third specialization. This is because we have clinical psychologists on the team and a program structure that supports existing and new specializations. The MAP program structure comprises a mixture of compulsory and optional coursework, three practicums totaling 1,000 clock hours, and a dissertation. Only the core courses, specialization core courses, practicums, and dissertation are required for graduation. In addition, you may also take up to two optional courses. Although the grades for optional courses appear in your transcript, they do not count towards graduation. However, these courses allow you and your employer to customize training to meet specific industry needs. More information on the types of courses may be found in the MAP website under the Curriculum tab. Please note that the MAP program does not usually offer course exemptions or credit transfers from other programs or universities. Let's take a look at the core courses that you must take regardless of specialization. These core courses provide the foundational knowledge and skills for the specialization core courses. The first three core courses seen here have always been part of our curriculum. In these courses, you will learn the basic principles of psychological assessment, triaging, and crisis management. You will also build on your undergraduate knowledge of abnormal psychology by delving deeper into how to identify specific psychological disorders for different age groups. It is also important for you to acquire knowledge of research methods and statistics so that after completing your dissertation, you are able to contribute to research initiatives in your workplace. We have now added a 13-hour course on how to think critically about key ethical issues that psychologists may encounter in the field. This course allows you to participate in subject-specific ethics discussions that are part of all other MAP courses. We have also created a new 26-hour core course on psychopharmacology. This course will be taught by both psychiatrists, who are medical doctors, and psychologists. This new course ensures that you are equipped with knowledge of medical treatments that are available to clients and know how to help your clients accept both psychological interventions and medical treatments. Each specialization has its own suite of core courses worth 11 AUs or 143 hours. Here are the courses for our new clinical psychology specialization. As a trainee clinical psychologist, you will learn psychological assessments that are specific to work in clinical settings. You will also learn cognitive behavioral therapy, as it is the prerequisite for the third wave psychotherapeutic interventions that are used to treat moderate to severe mental illnesses. Counseling psychologists specialize in improving well being and providing interventions to clients with mild to moderate mental health issues. As such, the specialization core courses here focus primarily on mental health assessments and a variety of evidence based individual and group therapies. Special emphasis is placed on cognitive behavioral therapy because it is the basis of many modern therapeutic approaches.
Psychoeducational assessment is the main focus for many educational psychologists. However, there has been increasing emphasis in the industry on behavioral and literacy interventions. Educational psychologists also have to be able to manage distressed clients. Hence, our curriculum covers all these areas. Practicum is what makes a psychology program applied because it helps you bridge the theory practice gap. We want you to be registration ready upon graduation. This is why you will be on practicum from the day you start our program, and you only complete practicum when you have clocked the full 1,000 hours required for registration with the Singapore Register of Psychologists and Allied Health Professional Councils. You will spend your first 2 semesters doing practicum at your current workplace. This means that before you apply to our program, you need to obtain your employer's support for you to clock practicum hours in your existing workplace. Practicum 2 and 3 are spent primarily in the NIE Wellness Center and another external site. We'll assign you with supervisors for all practicums. The Singapore Register of Psychologists now requires that applied psychology program include dissertation. As such, we have reintroduced compulsory dissertation in our program. We'll provide you with a list of available supervisors and research projects, and you can then approach the prospective supervisors before you start the MAP program and start work on your dissertation when you start the program. You will need to complete your dissertation before your candidature period ends. We recognize that different organizations and industries may have specific needs over and above that offered by our core and specialization core courses. As such, we have introduced optional courses that you could choose to take during your candidature period. Optional course offerings may change over time according to industry needs. It is possible to complete the MAAP program in 2 to 3.5 years. The MAAP website shows the study plans for full-time and part-time students. You are expected to follow these study plans, and it is helpful to take courses with other members of your cohort.
As you will graduate with 1,000 hours of practicum, you will be eligible for registration with the Singapore Register of Psychologists and the Allied Health Professionals Council upon graduation.
Our MAP graduates are found all over Singapore in the civil service, public sector, social service sectors, schools, hospitals, and in the private practice.
We hope that we have provided you with sufficient information to make an informed decision on furthering your studies. Do check our website for our curriculum, study plans, and course offerings. You can also contact us via email if you should have further questions.